This is what our mornings look like now at 9 a.m. Music with Drew on Instagram Live.
It's okay if I film that.
So that's, it's pretty cool. This dude on Instagram does a kids music class for like a half hour in the mornings. It's pretty cool. I'll put in the description below a link to his website, musicwithdrew.com. If you have little kids, it's pretty cool. It's like a half hour of freedom. Okay, here at the church again today, doing some filming for this weekend's service. After that all is said and done, the plan is then to go on a run on this beautiful day. So Justice completed a 72-piece puzzle all on his own earlier today. I was so proud of him that I decided to get him a little treat I think that he'll love. Oh yes, he's gonna love it. Okay, gonna give this to the little guy. Hello? Anyone home? Well, that was very anticlimactic. I think they might be on a walk or something. Well, we'll wait till he gets back. I think this might be... Welcome. Today is day 105, and we are wrapping up the book of 1 Samuel. Today. In chapter 28, we see at the very beginning that David agrees to fight with the Philistines as they're going to go fight Israel. And then the scene turns to Saul, and Saul, he sees the massive army of the Philistines and he's freaking out, and he is seeking the Lord, trying to inquire of the Lord of what he should do, but the Lord doesn't answer him. And the reason God doesn't answer him is because of Saul's continuous disobedience and his pride. So he decides to go to a medium, and this is interesting because a while ago Saul had said that anyone that was a medium or a necromancer, that they were to be put out of the land or killed. So he actually goes to a medium and tells her to bring up the soul or the being of Samuel, who had already died, and to inquire of Samuel if he should go and fight the Philistines or what he should do. And Samuel makes it very clear. He's like, bro, why are you bothering me? Like, why have you caused this medium to bring me back? Which is just, it's such an interesting and kind of weird passage. Makes it very clear to Saul that he will not be victorious, and that the Lord has really made Saul his enemy. That's why Saul's not hearing from God, because of, once again, Saul's continuous disobedience and his pride. Then in chapter 29, it goes back to David, and they're getting ready to go to battle, and the other Philistine commanders don't want David and his men to go out to battle with them because they're afraid that during the battle David might turn on the Philistines and thus fight with Israel. And so they send David and his men back to their land, back to their hometown. And when they go back, they realize that the Amalekites had raided their city, had taken captive their wives and their children, and had just destroyed the city. And the men are just very sorrowful over this. They're very sad. And David seeks the Lord. And it says that in spite of this, that David, and in spite of the men plotting against David, some of them want to kill him because of this, that he strengthened himself in the Lord. So they come across this Egyptian who was a servant of the leader of the Amalekites, and have this dialogue to see what really happened. And then David seeks the Lord. God, what should we do? And God says, go, you will save your families and you'll get this spoil. And so as they're pursuing the Amalekites, 200 of David's men stay back with the luggage. And the rest of the men went to fight. And they fought. They were victorious. They got all their families back. They got, the spoils of the victory. And the spoils were divided up evenly between those who fought in the battle and also those who stayed back with the luggage. Did you hear that? It was birds. Oh, the family's home. And then the chapter ends sadly with the death of Saul and his sons as they're killed in battle, and this is a really sad way to end the book. And we're going to jump into 2 Samuel here soon. It's I'll be honest, it was tricky drawing something from this passage. There's a lot of interesting things happening. I think we get a very real reminder of the spiritual realm, that there really is a spiritual realm that we can't see that is very active within our physical realm. But even with that, God is over that. God is in control. But I was just so struck by the dichotomy between Samuel and David. Between Saul and David. Saul was seeking the Lord, but God would not answer him, would not listen to him. David sought the Lord and God answered him. And it might seem kind of cruel initially. Why won't you answer Saul, but you'll answer David? And if you've read the story of 1 Samuel up until this point, you know very clearly that God, he anointed Saul, he gave him chance after chance, but Saul, due to his disobedience and his pride, that's what caused him to not have relationship with God. And on the flip side, with David, you see this humility that he has, that while he was a mighty warrior and a great leader, he had a type of humility when it came to his relationship with God. And we see that in the Psalms that we have been reading along with these stories. So it's just an encouragement for us to be humble and to not be prideful, to walk in humility before the Lord, to acknowledge our need for Him, to trust in Him, and not to be prideful and think that we know better and that we have it all together. Huh? Yeah. I have something for you.
What do you have?
Hold on one sec. Guys, keep them closed. Keep them closed.
Kinder Egg.
Yeah, why don't you show the camera? Yeah. Do you know why Daddy gave that to you?
Because you love me.
Yes, because I love you. But also, what did you do earlier today that was really awesome?
I'm a puzzle all by myself.
Yeah, how many pieces was that puzzle?
72.
Pretty awesome. Good job. I love you.
Love you too.